Something very interesting was said to me recently about growing older and how having expectations of what we're going to be like when we're 65 might be too far away. Being someone that plans for the future consistently as a way to keep myself accountable and set goals that matter to me, it's strange to think that perhaps I'm planning too far ahead. Meaning that if our aspirations are to be in X position when we are 65, then perhaps we will fall short of that prior. Meaning, why not have aspirations for a shorter period of time? Now, this is an interesting thought. Generally speaking, I would say that the fastest way to get where we want in life is slowly. But why not push the envelope? In fact, one of my favorite sayings about creativity is limitation leads to the most creativity. So if we limit the amount of time that we have to achieve X goal, then potentially we come up with more poignant strategies, more concise, more efficient strategies to get to that goal. Things I've been thinking about. I want to have $1 billion in my lifetime. Now, is that net worth? Is that in assets? Is it in my bank account? I don't know. The number is $1 billion. The reason I set this number for myself is because I believe at some point in my life that I want to be worth $1 billion. I want to be so valuable in society that my time is worth that much. The reason being, I don't know. I want to set an almost impossible goal for myself in this lifetime. I want to set a goal that so few people have reached that every day I can wake up and aspire to do something more, to be 1% better, to hopefully enjoy life 1% more. Greedy. Sure, it can be greedy, but I say live life the way that you want to live it. And this is the way that I've chosen to live my life. It gives me things to build all of the time. Something that I love doing. Being creative, coming up with systems. But you might be thinking to yourself, Turab, what about satisfaction, my friend? What about having goals, X goal, that is a spiritual goal? That is a feeling. Well, to that I say, my friend, why have that feeling at the age of 65 when we could have it at the age a year later, at the age of 35? Why push the envelope to a point where we might not even live that long? To many of us, it is incredibly anxiety-inducing to set such large goals. I had conversations many times in my life with people that I felt should have larger goals. Should being an annoying word in most circumstances. But literally, people that I thought had amazing ideologies, amazing work ethic, amazing personalities that really could get to the nth degree of where they wanted to in life if they just said to themselves, my goal is this high. My goal is to go this far in life. To have a goal that could take an entire lifetime. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to set such goals? I would argue that our mission, our goal as human beings, as a species, is one that is shared with life. The goal being grow as big and as powerful as you can and as expansive as you possibly can for the sake of propagating more life, for the sake of cultivating life, the philosophy of life, if there is such a thing. Thus, I have to believe that if each human being represents the universe, if each human being represents the life in the universe, then it is the responsibility of each of us to to achieve the maximum possible that we can in our lifetime. And that's why I spend so much time talking about purpose and potential and setting goals and thinking about the future, because I believe that it is incredibly important for us in order to be satisfied, in order to taste the sweetness of life, in order to experience true peace via contrast. It is very important for us to set goals that we believe are going to cause us to change as people in order to achieve. The time frame, to each their own. But the quality of a goal, the nth degree of a life. Now that there are potentially mature ways, there are potentially wiser ways to go about setting a time limit, an achievable time limit, sure. But I think it's good to be a little bit childish in our approach to life. I think it's good to be a little bit more excited, a little bit more hopeful that if XYZ other people have achieved such things in 20 years, that we may in fact be able to figure out a solution that's more efficient to do that same thing, though augmented by our individuality, in half the time, in a quarter of the time. More information is available. Those same people have given anecdotal evidence and tried and true methods to us for us to learn from. Let alone technology is advancing to a point where we can have an AI come up with an entire regimen that is very likely to work and utilize it to advance more efficiently. Thus, life is much harder for us than it's ever been. In some ways, though life expectancy is higher, longer, though healthcare, though the majority of people in the world are wealthier, have a higher quality of life than they did a couple years ago. The paradox is that human beings must think more efficiently now than ever before, because there are less opportunities to not think. Thus, time limits. Time is a very, very valuable thing. More so as we advance as a civilization, as a species. Thus, I figure we should think of time. And if you have a second to watch this video in the morning, or in the afternoon, or in the evening, or wherever, what time of day, I hope it gives you a sense of urgency in life. That though it may be very anxiety-inducing, that it may be something that is uncomfortable, something that makes life seem like a race, my friend, you set the boundaries of this race. You set the ground, the terrain of this race. You set the destination of this race. Set it to a point where you will be satisfied. And I promise you, you will naturally change the world around you. Aspire to be the greatest that we possibly can be as human beings. And we will necessarily change the world around us for the better. Pick a side. Do we want to be part of the millions of human beings that have not thought about their time, that have simply spent their lives working and aspiring to feed and immediately satisfy themselves through, I suppose, the propaganda of their leaders? Or do we want to genuinely contribute to the betterment of our species, of our communities, of our families? Set tremendous goals. Set goals that will inspire people for ages after you die. Because frankly, to think of life beyond our own span of living, I believe is one of the greatest virtues that any living creature can have. So hopefully you found this interesting. If you disagree with me, smash that thumbs down button. If you ever find these things interesting, smash that thumbs up button. If you find that you want more inspiration in your life, If you find that you are a catalyst in any sense and that this helps you, subscribe, smash that bell, and I will continue for the rest of my life to hopefully inspire you to continue being that catalyst in your environment. And when you have a second, check this video out. This will talk more about why we do the things that we want to do in life and why so many of us fail to actualize our potential. Take care of yourself, my friend. Hopefully this message finds you well. Peace.